I'm Denise Mestanza-Taylor, and I blog at Run DMT. Denise is rundmt.com. I was never a runner growing up. I just simply could not do the laps that the PE coach used to make us do when we were kids. But back in 2007, I met a friend who was a runner and told me anybody could be a runner if you just try, if you just keep at it and keep going. And at that point, I could barely run a half mile. But with some encouraging words and determination, I discovered that I could run, and she was right. And then I registered for my first 5K, which was the turkey trot. And from there, I did a variety of races, and then went one step further and did some tries. Then in 2009, I decided to go for the Disney Half Marathon, and the friend who encouraged me to run registered for it as well, so we were going to run this race together. Well, while I was training for the half marathon, I discovered, you know what, I could probably do a marathon. So this non-runner now was doing the unofficial Goofy. I was doing the half with one friend and then the marathon with another friend. And then this converted non-runner then ran another marathon 4 weeks later. So then that year I crashed my bike trying to train for a try. I was nearly hit by a car, and so that kind of put my racing calendar on hold. But then I became pregnant with my third child, so now I had a new focus, just staying fit while being pregnant. And that was another a new experience for me, because having not been a runner, now I had to learn how to be a runner while being pregnant. So I ran up until my 7 months being pregnant. I ran up into 7 months, and after I had the baby, I had to start all over again with my training, and it took a little while. I was back at square one, trying to relearn how to run again, especially with the additional weight from the pregnancy. But I slowly got back there, and then before you knew it, I was registering for marathons and a variety of races again. When I turned 40, I decided that I was going to set a goal for myself to run 40 miles in a variety of different races. So I ended up doing 3 half marathons in a course of 3 months, and then a few 5Ks in between. And then later that year, I decided that I was going to register for my third marathon, which happened to be the Space Coast Marathon. And they were celebrating their 40th anniversary, so that was kind of cool that I got this medal with a spaceship or a space shuttle on it with the number 40 on it. So 40th year, 40th miles, and now their 40th anniversary for their marathon. So in 2012, I decided to raise the bar again on myself by doing 2 mud runs. One mud run. I had never done a mud run before, but it presented itself, and I was able to go for the Pretty Muddy with some sponsorship, and terrified of mud and getting dirty, and just the whole thought of exploring this mud run obstacle course was kind of a scary thing for me, but I ended up loving it, and now this year I'm doing 2 mud runs, both girly mud runs, but hey, you know what? I just like the pink. What can I say? So last year, 2012, I decided it was going to be my year to get back on the bike after being off of the bike for 4 years. Like I said, I crashed my bike in 2009 and was terrified of getting back on it. So I overcame that fear in 2012, and I was doing tries again, and even did my first Gulf swim. I've never done, I've always just done, the sprint tries in the pool, and I did a lake once, but never in the Gulf, and that was a whole experience in itself. And just loved being back on the bike and the thrill of the triathlons again. So this year, I'm focused and ready to do some tries. Oh, and by the way, getting back on my bike was not only an obstacle that I overcame, I actually beat my original try by 20 minutes. So that was a huge hurdle for me, overcoming that fear and then beating I call it PB, personal best post-baby. PB. That's just what I call it. And so this year I've raised the bar again on myself, not only with the 2 mud runs, but already in 2013 I've ran 2 marathons. I know it's only January, but I've done 2. And so I did the Disney Marathon again, and I just finished the Clearwater Marathon. So this puts me in the ranks of the marathon maniacs. I did 2 marathons in 1 week. And now this year I'm going for Half Fanatics again, and I'll be doing 3 marathons in 3 months. And that's pretty much it for me, but I think that's pretty good. So I like to keep my race calendar full. I like to do at least 1 a month. And this year when I mapped it out, I'm doing 17. So I like to continue to raise the bar for myself. And I always drink coconut water, Zico coconut water, after every training run, every race. I love it. I love the pineapple. It's my favorite. So that's me in a nutshell, and how I raise the bar and how I replenish myself with coconut water after every challenge. I hope you pick me, and because I think I would be a wonderful asset to your team. Thank you. Bye-bye.